What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga career mode. It is episode number 24, true briefly to start today's episode off. The Ballon d'Or winner has been announced, and it is Kylian Mbappe, now 94 overall, and his stats are just absolutely ridiculous, man. Incredible. He's the joint highest rated player in the game right now alongside Erling Haaland, so no surprise he gets the grand individual prize in world football right now. And heading into today's episode, it's part 2 of Sloggy season, and we've got loads of games to squeeze in as we're going to try and get through to the winter break if we can, finishing with Augsburg at home, if not probably Dortmund away, or the final CL group game, because today we'll play match days 4, 5 and 6 and wrap up the Champions League group right now halfway through. 3 teams all on 5 points each. Man, it is going down to the wire, I can already tell. We'll have more big games in the Bundesliga on a reasonably nice unbeaten streak right now in the top 3 and 4 points behind the leaders and champions Dortmund. But we'll start off with this one. Yep, loads of games today, and we'll begin with this. It is VfL Bochum in the last 16 of the DFB-Pokal as we aim to get through to the quarterfinals in our trophy defense here. Let's start off with a big victory here, sorry. Come on, Carl. And as I've just started recording this commentary on the conclusion of the championship season, I want to say a massive congratulations and, well, welcome back to the Premier League to Ipswich Town fans. I know I've got a few tractor boys that watch me, so yeah, I'm sure you'll be buzzing after the win yesterday that confirms it. Ipswich Town heading back to the Premier League after such a long time. I think it's 22 years? 22 years? Tractor boys back in the top tier. And not many people would have thought at the start of the season Kieran McKenna could lead them to back-to-back promotions from League One to the Premier League in 2 years. I think the last team to do that was Southampton back in 2012. I think, I might be wrong. What an achievement he has done with a net transfer spend of, again, around 6 mil. No parachute payments. No ridiculously big transfer fee spent. Nope, just done a tremendous job in 2 years. And I have to say, the credit he deserves, man, for his work there at Portman Road. Unbelievable. Not many people would have called that realistic, I say that much. 2 promotions in 2 years to the top tier. Yeah, I put out a tweet a moment ago with a little preview, if you will, for next year. EAFC 2-5 career mode #1 Ipswich Town. I don't think that was ever in doubt. I don't think that's spoiling it for anyone. I think everyone knew that if Ipswich were to go up, I'd be starting my save next year with them. Yeah, we like to begin with a newly promoted team in Ipswich, man. I'm buzzing for their return again. First time again over 2 decades heading back to the Premier League. Fair play. Fair play. Anyway, still down by a goal here to the second tier side. Haven't really got going yet. Once again, I have to make a lot of changes due to fitness problems. Yes. But this would still be a massive cup set. Davy Selke, however, puts us back on level terms, 1-1. I really hope EA get a move on with their stadium scanning for FC25 as well, because there is a generic stadium which doesn't look too dissimilar. Oh, what a ball, Fingrafe. To Portman Road. It's called Ivy Lane. So if you do want to do an Ipswich Town career mode in the build-up for FC25, guys, I'd recommend Ivy Lane as the generic stadium. It's not too dissimilar to Portman Road. But, yeah, hopefully EA get a move on and realise that a lot of people will want to do Ipswich Town career modes next year, Docksy Boy included. And if the real stadium could be scanned into the game right from the get-go, that would be a big boost, big bonus as well. I mean, Kenilworth Road literally only got added a few weeks ago, and my understanding is, I might be wrong, but my understanding is you can only use it in kickoff. You can't use it in career mode. What was the point in that then? Well, just like the previous round against a 2-leaguer side, we had to come from behind to make it through, but come from behind we do. FC Calm once again heading into the next round of the DFB-Pokal after completing the comeback. So, heading into the quarterfinals, like I said, this is our trophy to defend here. Leverkusen are through, Bayern are through. I expect Leipzig to beat Kaiserslautern as well. So some big teams to possibly face in the quarterfinals. And a draw has been made and we'll take on in the last 8. Have we got another 2-leaguer side? We don't. It's Stuttgart away at the MEWA Arena. But once again, Kaiserslautern once again with the cup set. First it was Dortmund. Now it's RB Leipzig. Getting into the quarterfinals. And now to take on Hanover, the second tier side. And as we see Johnny Burkhardt win Player of the Month, and deservedly so after a great run of form. Next up, back in the Bundesliga, newly promoted Hamburg in the bottom three at the Rhine Energy Stadium. Let's get a big 3 points here. Come on, Cole. Whoops, that's not quite why. It's always so funny when that happens, man. When you're trying to shoot and a player goes for a stand tackle when you press the circle button, or you're trying to cross and the player goes for a slide tackle because of the fact that they're not in complete possession of the ball. Not that it matters in the end. Johnny Burkhardt right now is just on absolute flames, man. 8 goals now in 3 and a bit games as FC Köln have the lead. He's currently the top scorer in the Bundesliga with now his 9th of the season in the league. Johnny is just on absolute flames. What a way to pick it up after a barren start. I think we just confused Hamburg with that this kind of fake slide tackle. They were like, why has Jan just hit the deck? Lost their concentration and we kept ours. But, visitors find their leveler, but I have to say, we have said this so many times. Schwab going for yet another golden glove. He's a heck of a goalkeeper, but he does have a mistake in him. It's close proximity, but that's right at him, man. Yeah, sometimes when a shot is taken so close to the goal, you can't be too critical of the goalkeeper, but for a moment like that, it's straight at him. There's not much power on it. Schwab, man, what a goalkeeper. Bails me out often, but every now and then, it's an absolute howler. Oh, now across the line. I thought I crossed the line there. Clearly not. I say Hamburg, to be fair, are playing some good football here. They're in 16th place right now. But they've actually got a good lineup. Jamie Llewellyn, Gianluca Gaetano, the young ex-Napoli midfielder. But it would still be a disappointment if we didn't win this. Noah Katabach beaten. Johnny Burkhardt gets it right at the second time of asking. Hit the bar earlier. Wasn't going to miss again. Great finish and back in front. I think what I might do as well is... Oh, Llewellyn and Cohen have a little collision there. I think what I might do post-game is this Gianluca. Oh, fires just wide. Is up the injury sliders too, because we haven't had one yet this season, and for a small squad playing in Europe, lots of games, trying to go far in the cup as well, it's only realistic that we'd have a few more injuries, and so far we haven't had any. It's fortunate, but yeah, we probably do need some more injuries. Anyway, to be fair to Hamburg, man, they are struggling right now down the bottom of the table, but they have really given me a game here. It's been a really good contest. We're going to grind it out. Massive 3 points there at Hamburg. Weren't at our best, but still got the job done. And like I said, man, that's what champions need to do. Big 3 points there in Köln. So just for our third game, transparency, I'm going to increase the injury frequency to 82. And depending on whether we get any more injuries between now and Christmas time, I might even notch it up to around 84, 85. But for now, it'll be 82, and I'll notch up severity to 55 as well. Right, following game, and it is a massive one. Match day 4 of the Champions League group stage, where Monaco pulled out a point with the final kick of the game at the Rhine Energy Stadium. But tonight, as we travel to the south of France, we cannot afford to lose this one. 3 teams separated by 5 points. I believe it's a straight shootout between all 3 for those 2 spots. One's got to miss out, but we can't afford it to be us. A massive clash tonight, and simply put, we can't afford to lose due to the head-to-head record. Let's at least get a point tonight. Preferably all 3 though, of course. Come on, Carl. Yep, simply can't afford to lose tonight because of the head-to-head record. Dennis Zakaria just said to Eric Martel, get back in the gym, son. Because of the head-to-head record, it means if we lose tonight, we're basically guaranteed to finish below Monaco no matter what, because obviously LASK, I can't see them getting a point off anyone at this current pace after losing the first 3. And it means that we'll possibly have to go to the Etihad and win, and I don't fancy our chances of doing that. Still 0-0, good stop by Bern Leno, with so much at stake between the 2 teams tonight. First half this, and I think as Eric plays a great hold on. Let me concentrate. No, what a miss. Played the build up nicely, just couldn't hit the target. 45 minutes to go. I think we need to win this, man, because if we don't and we lose at the Etihad, we'll be on the brink of elimination heading to match day 6. I think we've got to go for a winner in the second half, otherwise Destiny won't be out of our own hands, but it might as well be. 20 minutes to go. Still time to find a winning goal. It'll be massive if we get one. This Best Day's delivery is headed on off the post. But once again, just like in the reverse fixture in Cologne, it'll be a missed opportunity if we don't come away with a win. And how about this for a turn of events at the full-time whistle? It finishes goalless here in Monaco as both teams miss a golden chance to get a big victory. But LASK held Manchester City. Massive point for them. A massive 2 points drop by Guardiola's side. Right, following game as we try and get back to anyways here in a rival class. Mönchengladbach away at Borussia Park. Come on, Carl. So many great rivalries in West Germany with our side FC Köln, but then there's what a tackle DJ. Mönchengladbach, Bayer Leverkusen. We haven't faced them yet, but Fortuna Düsseldorf. I mean, there's some great rivalries, man. And I have to say, if you're looking to do an RTG in this year's FC, I think yes. The German football pyramid is where you should be looking. Whether the Bundesliga, the 2 League or the 3 League, there are some absolutely class teams to use for an RTG this year. It looks as though Mad Max's first goal of the season is going to separate the teams. Yeah, he's had plenty of goal contributions, but they've all come in the way of assists. But his first of the year is probably going to give us the 3 points here as Ansgar plays a lovely through ball, and this might do it. Johnny Burkhardt, who's been in sensational form, offloads. There's Jan Tillman for the dagger, no. Just wide. Well, we might not get that second goal in the end, but we did not need to. We'll hold on to the 1-0 victory and a massive 3 points in a rival clash as well. These are the games, man, where if you want to win the title now, you got to turn these, what would normally be acceptable draws, into big wins. We just done that courtesy of Mad Max. Right, let's keep this run going. 5 wins on the trot in the Bundesliga, aiming to make it 6 in a row. Next up, another West German derby against Bayer Leverkusen at the Rhine Energy Stadium. Let's not stop now. Come on, Carl. Yeah, at the moment, the only thing keeping us from being top in this really impressive run is the fact that Dortmund are having an even better run right now, still top of the table. You remember last season, until 2 of the final 3 games, they just did not stop losing. Got a feeling the same thing's going to happen again, man. Oh, we'll have that, we'll have that. Oh! 2-2 for Mad Max as he just whips the ball in with the acrobatic. But you know the funny thing there is that when I played the ball through, this, what you think was a cross by Burkhardt, was actually a chip shot. Like I said, man, I'm all about transparency. That was a shot attempt, hence why it's not going to go down as an assist. But it's the one thing that I really feel EA should work on. Sometimes assists don't get given when they still should have done. That was a chip shot by Burkhardt, hence why he won't get credit with the assist. But even though it was a shot come cross, it should still count as one regardless. Anyway, Cologne in front, and it's 2-2 for Mad Maxime Simons. You know, that disappointing mini slump of no wins in 3 league games is looking a distant memory now for FC Cologne, because this again, if we hold on to it, will be 6 wins on the trot in the Bundesliga. And we're saying to Borussia Dortmund, we, just like last season, guys, are going nowhere. We'll push you every step of the way. And that's ours. Leandro. First hits coming in from our Luxembourg midfielder. Cologne making it 6 wins in a row in the league. Yeah, just like last season, we pushed Dortmund all the way with a great winning run. And we're doing that earlier this year. The only reason we're not top is because they don't slip up either. But it's 6 wins in a row in the league for Cologne, our best run of form all season long. And the only way we keep pace with Dortmund is by extending this streak. Let's not slow down now. And well, I did not expect to see this. Following the game, Davy Selke has just handed in a transfer request. Boss, I got to be honest with you, I think me not getting games starting to damage my career. I want to get away and make a fresh start somewhere else. Please let me leave so I can get chances to play. Davy Selke, of all the players to do that, man. Of all the players, And again, this is where I do get a bit frustrated. It's like the past 3 years he's been my starting striker. And don't get me wrong, I understand this year we have given Burkhardt more starts in the Bundesliga than Selke. Selke's only had the 2 games. They were both starts, and I haven't brought him off the bench because I wanted to keep him fully fit for the European games. He's played all of the non-Bundesliga games, and Burkhardt's played all but 2 of the league games. So that's frustrating, but it just goes to show you, man, if you want to keep your players happy, it's not just any games they want, it's league games. They have to start in the league and not elsewhere. I thought that was how I was going to get around this problem of having these 2 great strikers. One starts the league games, one starts the non-league games. Clearly, despite his fine form in the cup, it's not enough for Davy Selke. Requesting a transfer, and it looks as though our hero, our cup-winning hero of last season, is on his way out of the door. Question is, where's he going to go? Right, following game, this is massive as well. Absolutely massive. And he will start this one away at the Etihad against Manchester City. The top 3 all separated on their head-to-head record. And I would say, if we are to go through, we don't need to win tonight, but regardless, we have to make sure we at the very least avoid defeat. It's a massive game. It's one of the biggest since the save began. Man City away at the Etihad Stadium in the penultimate game of the Champions League group stage. Come on, Cole. Oh man, that is gutting, honestly. I mean, don't get me wrong, like we needed to replace Selke anyway at some point. He's now 31, so at some point we were going to need to look for a replacement. And because of the start that Burkhardt's made, it's not going to be as big of a blow. No, we've got the successor here already and firing on all cylinders, but it's just like, I didn't want it to end this way. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I wanted it to be a mutually amicable split. Instead, it's going out like my parents divorced, you know? It's just like... This is not the way. It had to end at some point. We all accept that. But this is not the way we wanted it to end, you know? It really is like I'm 12 years old again. Oh, Davy. Davy's playing the role of my mum and we're my dad right now. You know, it's like we were trying to cling on, but one party's already made their mind up, and whilst the successor is there, it's like it's just too many parallels here, man. It's bringing back too many bad memories. I gotta stop, and instead I gotta get us into the lead and score. Denied by Edison. This is hurt. Denied by Edison as we're still tied at 0-0. Come on, Selke, if you can bow out with a goal and a winner here tonight, we'd love that. Let's see, we've just got another injury there. That's bizarre because he's going back to his feet now. He's playing everyone on side for a second. Fingrafe. Selke! Davy Selke! No matter how it ends, he'll always have a place in our hearts. Unlike my mum and dad, they hate each other, but we and Davy Selke will always love each other no matter what. It might be a disappointing end to the partnership, but Davy Selke has surely fired Cole into the knockout stages. No hard feelings, no bad blood. We'll always love Davy and Davy will always love us. Corner heading through to the last 16. Yep, it's always incredibly sad when a relationship comes to its end, and when Davy does walk out the door, we'll be gutted, but also thankful and will stay on good terms. Mum and Dad, I wish you would have learnt this lesson. Davy Selke has surely sent us through. No, he has, officially, because Monaco and Man City still have to play each other. Davy Selke is bowing out as a Cohen icon. Not only did he win us the cup last year, but his final act of service this year will be sending Cohen into the last 16 of the Champions League. We'll always love you, mate. We'll always be thankful. And I will keep you posted on where he goes, but it's not going to be here. Bournemouth have put a bid in, but AFC Bournemouth are now a second tier side. They're currently in the Championship. Whilst there's a good chance they'll go back up, I don't think Davy Selke would leave to the second tier right now, whilst he's still good enough to be scoring at the Etihad in the Champions League. Right, following game is going to be Freiburg away. 6 wins on the trot in the Bundesliga, and a win here today could possibly see us go top for the first time this season, or it certainly will do for at least 24 hours. Let's get the job done and keep the winning run going in the league. Come on, Carl. Oh man, That is a massive win now, and it wasn't a great game, I'll be honest. It was a really poor game, to be honest. Very little going on. Defensively, we were really, really composed. Didn't let Man City in for the entire game, really. And as Jan Nicholas has space, he's let in, and he does open the scoring away at the Europa Park Stadion. Qualification in the bag, and I mean, the question is going to be, do we just hold Selke against his will for the remainder of the season? Just say, listen, we need you as the stand-in for Johnny Burkhardt, and you always start the Cup and European games. You know, what I'm concerned about is if we lose Selke in January and we don't have someone to stand in, let's say Johnny ends up getting an injury, we're screwed. Like, no one's going to come in and start and be as effective as our number 9 has been this year. Oh, he's done brilliantly well there, and oh my goodness, how was the target from there? That's my only concern, man. I'm happy to let Selke go, but mid-season, that's going to leave us in a bit of a problem. Martel to Vanderson. Maxime to Leandro, and out wide is Derek. Jan. Johnny. Jan Nicholas, wonderfully done. Beautiful goal, absolutely wonderful team goal. And Jan Nicholas Beste putting the baby to sleep, might put the game to sleep. Cone surely making it 7 on the trot in terms of wins in the league and going top for 24 hours. A brace for Beste, game surely in the bag. Suleimana to Karbovnik. And with these points in the bag, the only question is, can we add to the goals? As Jan Nicholas almost wins it back and continues to hustle. He's been brilliant today. I love those games where like one player just absolutely takes over, and it's really cool when it's not one of the main stars of your team, but like a squad player, a role player just says, no, this is going to be my afternoon today. I want to be the main guy. I rarely get the spotlight. Let me have it this time. And trying to get him a hat-trick. And we will get him a hat-trick. Jan Nicholas Beste, his first match ball since coming in. And Cone are going top of the table for at least 24 hours. Yep, the man with the beard has got all 3. And that's our 3rd hat-trick of the season to join the 2 that we've seen already from Johnny Burkhardt. Beste today, absolutely on one. But I'm alright with this one, to be fair. Possibly to battle with... actually, no, Alexander Isak got sold in the summer, didn't he? So I actually don't mind this one at all, really. Possibly the successor for the Swede, even though he's several years older and several ratings lower. But Eddie Howe still believes in him. And to be fair, he likes a vet. He likes a vet with Kieran Trippier going in and Nick Pope, a bit different, I suppose. But even so, 23 mil, and he's on his way to St James's. And I just want to see if Dortmund did slip up in their game on the Sunday. Yes, they did. So we are top of the table by a point with 4 games to go until the halfway stage. Thank you, RB Leipzig. Right, let's jump into our following game. Hertha Berlin at home against 7 wins on the trot in the Bundesliga. Let's go for 8 in a row and possibly go further clear from Borussia Dortmund. Maybe, just maybe, come to conclusion in 90 minutes before clear of last year's champions. Let's not stop winning. Get our big 3 points here in Cologne. Come on, Cologne. Oh, so nicely done for Tillman now. Go on, Derek, run. Best to go right. Burkhardt go right, sorry. Brilliantly done. Excellently done. Oh, off the post. Wonderful move, just as per usual, the Docks classic. Wonderful move, but couldn't finish it. We saw yesterday with Arsenal and Manchester City just how important it is to win your bankers at home if you want to be champions, man. Because you know your closest rivals, your closest threats, they don't slip up in these games. If you want to win the championship, you can't afford to either, as Maxime is blocked off and cleared. This is going to be a disappointing slip-up no matter how you look at it. An unavoidable one. Oh. It's an absolutely gorgeous finish into the bottom corner. But it is going to be a huge, huge loss if we don't come from behind to win this. My goodness. And it will be... Oh, that's going to be at least a booking, surely. Surely. I mean, you know, it might be a straight red. If that's a red... We've been given a lifeline. I think it will just be a booking. But it was late. It was from behind. And it's a second yellow. Where was his first? I don't remember him getting a first. But it's a second yellow. And to be fair, it could have been a red on its own merit. It was an awful foul. I'll have a look in the footage to see if I can find when that first yellow card came in. It must have been for a foul that we played advantage on. because I don't remember it at all. As Ansgar, oh, great save, is denied our leveller. But a huge, huge chance here. 28 minutes to go, and for a training position, it might have been wise to just go for the point now. We've got to go for all three here. And Nicholas, Ansgar, this time, come on. 22 minutes to find a winner. Plenty of time here. Going all out here, looking for a winner. And to be fair, it does leave us a bit exposed at the back, but I'm fine being risky here and gambling it, because we've got an extra man, so surely Hertha aren't going to find a winner with 10 men. Surely not. I don't believe it. 10 men Hertha leave with 10 to go. Oh, I don't believe it. We've bottled it. We've absolutely bottled it. A man advantage. Just got ourselves back on level terms, and we're going to lose it. What an awful... I don't believe this. They're going for another. They're going for another. They've got it. I can't believe it. 10 men Hertha Berlin have just pulled out the win of the season. They've come to Köln, 7 wins in a row, and despite playing with a man light, have scored 2 goals to go and win the game. Köln with an absolute bottle job and a massive, massive win for Hertha Berlin. That is one of the shocks of the season. I absolutely bottled that and then some. Oh my goodness, but there's your saving grace. Stuttgart winning at home to Dortmund means that as we take a look at the table, we'll stay top with, yeah, a point. Oh my god, before we head into the game. I can't, oh my goodness, what a massive missed opportunity. It could have gone 4 clear. Instead, we're only topped by a point, and we're only 2 clear of Leverkusen and 4 clear of Union Berlin. What a bottle job. And as we see, Davy Selke has agreed to become the next Magpie leading the line at St James's. No hard feelings, Davy. We'll always love you. Our final game of the Champions League group stage next. LASK at home, winless in their first 5, and a win guarantees top spot, I think. So long as Monaco don't beat Man City. Qualifications in the bag. Now let's get pole position locked up. Come on, Carl. Man, that is just an awful loss. Absolutely awful. It's our first loss at the Rhine Energy Stadion this season, adding to the defeat we had at the Weser Stadion in Bremen. But it's like, those are the games, man. Like, I don't mind if we lose at the Allianz or lose at the Signal Iduna Park, but at home to newly promoted Hertha Berlin, that's not going to cut it. Charlie, keep running, so I'll keep that man away. Thank you very much. There we go. Davy Selke, 2-2 in Europe. Köln in front. Let's get top spot tonight and redeem ourselves by finishing as group winners. Come on. Salah. Oh, has his pass hit off the feet of Thielmann. And that's going to lead to a turnover where LASK are going to get back on level terms. Wow, how unlucky was that? It was a brilliantly finished move, but so unfortunate the way it started. Even so, the Austrians with a leveller, they've only had 1 point in the group so far. That came at home to Man City, and it might be set for their second against us. It will stop us finishing as group winners. Thielmann to Fingrafe through the gap. There we go. Oh, golden chance here. Golden chance, because white shirts coming into the middle, where we've dragged LASK out. Leandro to Thielmann. Oh, well done. And even better finish from the standing skipper tonight. Yep, no Eric, so Thielmann takes the armband, and the Academy grad who, unlike last season, is not continuing on that upward trajectory. I've said about Thielmann, since the save began, year after year after year, he's got better. This year, he's not been quite as productive in terms of his direct contributions to goals, but I think that's mainly just because Burkhardt's been swallowing them all up. Even so, tonight, he's just got the second to restore our lead, and then instantly, the third to probably give us the dagger. He said, Gaffer? Taking a step back? I don't think so. Jan Thielmann bags the brace, and that will see us possibly finish us up as group winners now. It's a good sort of metaphor for life, though. Metaphor? Is that the right word? Like life, progression over time, it's not always linear, and I love to point this out, because if you're like me and play video games for an early age, you'd be forgiven for feeling that's just how life is going to go. It's just going to be an upward trajectory, smooth sailing all the way up. Doesn't work that way. Life does not work that way, you know. It's got its ups and downs, its peaks and valleys. It's just, you know, it's never, well, okay, sometimes it is, but for the most part, it's very, very hard to predict. Let's just say that. Just like Jan Thielmann's form. But tonight, He scored a brace, and Ansgar's got one as well to wrap it up. 4-1 FC Köln, and a statement made to other teams in Europe. It was a tough group, but we're going through it unbeaten and probably top of the table as well. Absolute demolition job at the Rhine Energy Stadium. And after Man City went to Monaco and won to pip them to qualification in what was an incredibly tight group, you'll see the full groups on the screen for you here. A couple of knockouts in the groups that were quite interesting, to be fair. And here's the full results in our one as well, as again Man City pipped Monaco on the final game on the head-to-head. Chelsea were knocked out, Sporting Lisbon were knocked out of their groups as well. And in the end, we'll take on AC Milan in the last 16 with the first leg away at the San Siro as they finished runners-up in Group H. Just the Italian Giants in the last 16. Right, still one more. We'll end on this. A massive game as last year's top two, this year's top two, and last year's Bundesliga champions and DFB-Pokal winners go head-to-head in a battle for top spot. Our final game, Borussia Dortmund away at the Signal Iduna Park. Come on, Köln. Maxime to DJ as we will pass our way forward. Still tied at 0-0. Go on, off you go. There we go. Well played, well played, well played. Van der Sar, off you go. I see Max in the middle. Flicks it. Leandro. Oh, what a goal! Leandro from Luxembourg gives FC Köln the lead. What a strike. Maxime just offloads it with a little bit of flair. Unnecessarily so, but it looked cool. And Leandro Barreiro Martins, well, this is what he can do that Ozcan can't. And this is why we have him starting ahead of the ex-Dortmund DM himself. Because Ozcan really is just there to protect the back line. But Barreiro Martins can shoot from range, and that's his second goal of the season. No, third goal of the season. FC Köln draw first blood in the title clash. Yeah, what a season Leandro Barreiro Martins is having for us in his debut year. We've wanted him since the very beginning of the save. And I guess you could say better late than never. Got there in the end at the start of Season 4. Oh, okay, that's not how I drew it up, I'll be honest. Oh, brilliant! Burkhardt! But whether it's scrappy or not, a goal is still a goal. Johnny Burkhardt back on the score sheet. Leandro having a flyer away at Dortmund and corner up by 2. Obviously, well in Bissek. There's going to be a long way to go come to the conclusion of this game anyway, but well, I'm reminded of, to be fair, what happened in Season 2 when we were odds on to qualify for the Champions League. We were several points clear heading into the final third of the season, and we blew it to finish in a Europa League spot. So even though we will be taking a nice gap at the top of the table with a win here as Schwab pushes that behind for a corner for a second. I thought I was going for his fingers. I'm reminded of what happened in Season 2 and just knowing we still got to do the job, man. We still got to be efficient and keep our discipline. Well, we got to do the job today as well, because the game's still not done with a whole half to play. Dortmund might find a goal back here as well. Veerman does. Great finish past Schwab and a great way for them to end the first half. Brilliant finish, no chance for our number one. Dortmund right back in it, and our mood has been dampened right before the break. 11 minutes after the restart, and Köln still up by 1. And this is one of those moments where it's like stick or twist, you know what I mean? It's like go for a third goal, potentially get the dagger, or potentially lose it by chasing it. Lose the lead, that is, or stick on what you got, try and see out the win, but know that a 1-goal lead oftentimes is never enough against the best. Pablo Torre denied by Schwab and turned behind for a corner. Still the lead is 1, but yeah, if you sit too deep, you invite pressure, and the best teams will find a way past you. Martel doesn't do enough. Eric Dyer pops up with the level and from 2-0 up. Köln have bottled it again. Thielmann to Burkhardt. I see Ansgar making a run. Can't feed him through those. We'll go back to Bissek. Still tied at 1-1. Both teams would love a... Oh, hang on. Look at it. Look at the white shirts in the middle there. Burkhardt's all alone. And it's headed away by Vivian, who gets back on time. Simons loses the aerial duel. Martel can't afford to and does win it. Both teams are going completely all out for a winning goal here. Ansgar! Oh, what a goal that would have been. just couldn't find the target. And as it will end as a 2-2 draw. What a way to close out today's episode, man. A 4-goal thriller in a title battle, but definitely, no matter how you look at it, 2 points dropped there. Should have closed it out instead, had to settle for just a draw. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Bundesliga career, guys. So big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. And if you have enjoyed today's episode, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day. I will return in the next one, getting into the winter break and playing our final game for the halfway stage of the season. We'll try and stay top of the table. We'll have the January transfer window opening where Davy Selke will complete his move to Newcastle. We'll get a lot of money added to our budget and may look to make a new signing as well. And we'll also play through the January window, have the DFB-Pokal quarterfinal, and possibly, if we've got enough time, the first leg of our Champions League last 16 away to San Siro. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode. A big one too, as Selke finally departs after all these years very soon.